Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to deal with them. Just because you forgive someone doesn't mean they have to be in your life. You forgive people because you don't want to hold on to that anger and that resentment towards them, because that's going to continue messing with your life and your progress. You have to learn to accept that not everybody's going to be sorry. Not everybody is sorry and they meant what they did and what they said to you. And if you're waiting on them to apologize, you might die first. So why hold on to that when you can just forgive them? And I'm not saying that you should forget what they did. No. But what I am saying is you forgive them, not for them, but for yourself. Because here it is, you going around carrying all that heartache and pain and sorrow and anger for what they've done. And meanwhile, they're living their best life, right? So they not tripping on that shit they did to you. They on to the next. And you the only one holding on to it. So I'm just saying that take the time and process and go through whatever it is you feel about it and let it go. Sometimes letting go is the best thing you can do for a situation. Some people are not sorry. They meant everything they did. And if you're waiting on them to apologize, you're going to be waiting forever. If you're waiting on them to get closure, sometimes closure is when they did what they did and they didn't apologize and they didn't try to correct it. So leave them be. Forgive them. Let it go. Put it in God's hands and it's going to be okay. They're not worth your peace. They're not worth your happiness. They're not worth stagnating your growth, trying to wait on some sorry, fake, flaw-ass person to say they sorry. And then there are some people who they just slick enough to actually give you an apology, but they don't mean the shit. They just know exactly what to say to you in order to get you to put your guards back down so you can let them in again. And they're going to do the exact same thing to you again, over and over again, till you realize that's who they are. Sometimes we have to realize people who are what they are and what they show us, and not what we want them to be. Sometimes we see more potential in people than they see in themselves, or they want to accept for themselves. So on that note, you have to learn to let some people go. If you can still care for them, but you got to learn to love them from a distance. Because if you continue to deal with them, you know what you're dealing with. So if they continue to hurt you, that's because at that point of you realizing the type of person they is, that's on you then. It's not on them. Because when you continue engaging with someone that's hurting you, all you doing is telling them that you okay with it. So learn to forgive those people in your life that cause you all the heartache and pain. Let it go. Turn it to God, put it in His hands. And not only is He going to make you feel better about the situation, but He's going to guide and love and support you through the whole thing. So learn to forgive people. It's not doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. Learn to love and appreciate yourself and be your own best friend. And that way, you won't let no one treat you any worse than the way you'll treat yourself. So on that note, learn to let them go and learn and get peace today.